Okay, okay, everything's up and running. Looks like. What did I quit? Oh, my fault. Yep, everything's up and running. Oh, wait a minute. Do I have to switch the game? I don't think I was playing anything last time I streamed. I guess I was playing Peak. That might have been the last thing I streamed. Yeah. Hold up. All right. So yeah, it's been about a couple weeks since the last time I started this whole thing. Long story short, I've been out of town, so I've been away from my setup. Um, I've been away from my setup, so I couldn't really do much. But it was for a good reason. Just visiting family, visiting friends. Before my summer kind of officially ended. But now we're back. And I really want to spend at least a couple of hours on this. See if I could bang my head against this brick wall and kind of pivot in my approach to this. And what I mean by pivot is just basically what the title implies. Oh, hold up. I feel like I need to go even simpler. I know, like, looking at this, you're like, Eddie, what are you doing? Yeah, this is stupid. But I feel like I need to go even simpler. What I mean by that is I need to make sure that the goal of this is to get one of these to update. That being said, I realize that though I'm still trying to figure out how to get the UI to update, I need to focus on at least closing the gameplay loop. And so what that means is that if all I can do right now is kind of have it to where everything just shows up as like a print screen notification, then that's just gonna be what it is. So if I could at least get that, if I could at least get the logic of the objectives to work, I could at least close the gameplay loop and maybe send this out to, just a couple of friends or whatnot, just to see, get feedback as to how the game feels, what needs improvements. Obviously, the world itself definitely needs to be populated with stuff. But if I could at least get the objectives, to work, then that will count as a dub in my book. I don't know if I can get that in the 2 hours that I plan on sitting here, but we'll see. We'll see how far I get. Because technically, what I want to do, right? Let's see. What I want to do, I guess let's start with like the hardest one, which would be to collect the acorns. Because in order to do that, let me get like a little notepad so I can. Oh, hold up. So, to the acorn objective to work. properly, there needs to be some sort of integer, obviously, integer variable for number of acorns. Oops. Number of acorns grabbed, obtained, whatever. Integer variable for number of total acorns. Which these are like the easy parts. This is just my question is, should this be in the level blueprint? Should this be in a level blueprint, or should this be...
We want to take out the competition.
The hell? Part of me is like, should I pay for YouTube? Seems kind of unnecessary. Obviously, compare the two. Display when number of acorns matches total acorns. So let's start there. Let's start with this. Let's start with this. Now, in order to do that, where should we start? Should this be a whole other blueprint? Or should this be in the level blueprint itself? It makes sense for the objectives to be in the level blueprint because I guess, let me think. Because it would also make sense to have like the acorn be its own actor. Right? Let's see. We definitely want a static mesh. Hopefully my camera ain't blocking everything. Definitely want a static mesh. What am I looking for? So this one. What's good, Chief? Getting ready for work, but just lurking. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I'm just trying to. Well, actually, I'm just trying to get some work done too. Now that I'm back home, now that I actually kind of. Oh, hold up. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Now that I'm back home, now that I'm well, not traveling currently. So just want to actually put some. I want to work on this to where I can maybe send it out to people. Nothing crazy, but just send it out to like friends and stuff. By the end of the year. I feel like I've been sitting on this project for too long. I need to really make some headway. Isn't there a rotator object? One active. What did I just do? Can't tell if that's rotating or not. The Z-axis. I chose literally the worst shape for something that's supposed to. There we go. Perform continuous rotation on a component at a specific rotation rate. Rotation can optionally be offset. Wait. Why is it still this one? Oh, because that's not the actual blueprint. That's why, obviously. Okay, let's try it now. Okay. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. The point is that this is meant to be the acorn. This is meant to be the pickup for that objective. What I need to do is maybe give it a collision box. I'm also trying to do as much as I can without looking up a tutorial. I feel like I know. Oh, hold up. I know enough. I want to say I know enough Unreal to where I should be able to do at least this one objective without looking up a tutorial. Should be in the operative word, but we'll see. Ain't nothing wrong with looking up a tutorial, but I'm trying to like test myself. Okay. We can overlap. Also, looks more professional if I do it if I'm not looking at YouTube the whole time. Let's say destroy actor. Okay, so it's baby steps. It's baby steps. First things first, let's get the logic of colliding with it. Okay, yep. I deleted the wrong thing. On begin overlap. I have it backwards. I collide with the I collide with it, but then I destroy the wrong actor. So let's see. Let's try this again. Okay. Okay. Progress. We'll take it. So now that that's that, we want to have a. Honestly, instead of making this modular, we're just gonna hard code it. So let's see. We want number of we want to hard code this. Just an integer, nothing too crazy. Set it at 0. Number of acorns, maybe total number. No. Yeah, total num of acorns. Okay. And so what we want is whoa. What we want is to once it destroys actor, I have it in my head. I just need to. I need to think. Hold up. Let me turn off the music. I need to think. The music is actually distracting me. Too many tunes in my head. I need this actor, once it destroys itself, to update this integer. How should I go about doing that? This whole thing, honestly, I don't know if I want to get rid of it, but this is changing UI icons, work in progress. Let's do that. Let's move that up here, out the way for now. I'll come back to that. Like I said, the UI is gonna have to take a back seat. I just want to get the logic to where I need it to be. Should I want it to be event tick? Item grabbed boolean. So item grabbed to true. So it destroys the actor and sets item grabbed this variable to true, so that I feel like this shouldn't be like this. I shouldn't have it directly. I should have like a little function, right? That makes sense. Update acorn objective. So if this is true, I guess just add, right? You want to get the number of acorns. That's what it is. If this is true, number of acorns plus 1. And that becomes the new number. You know what? Just so I need to check. Ah, what is that doing there? Did I not start high enough? I sure didn't. I'm an idiot. Updating UI, work in progress. Okay. So let's make sure this logic is correct. So if it gets the item grabbed and it also displays a number, we know we're in business. I lied. What the hell? Why is it not gonna? What? How do I get a reference to? Oh, wait. I know. If this is... Yeah, here we go. Oh, wait. Hold on. So we can just plug that right in there. Plug that right in there. That should work, right? Okay. So hopefully no, something's messed up. Since that's a true. Hold on. Oh, did I not call the? Yeah, I didn't call it. That's what it is. I didn't call it. Yeah. Okay. Let's try this again. All right. Why? Oh. Oh my goodness. What the heck is all this? Runtime error. Attempted to access BP Acorn via property BB Acorn, but BB Acorn was not valid. Golly, how many times do I get the same error? Access none trying to, well, let's see. I should be able to double click it and take me to where this is, right? This goes to show that just because it compiles and just because it saves doesn't mean it actually works, which is so annoying. Event graph. What am I looking for? How come the results aren't down here? Event graph. Now where to go? Is not valid pending kill or garbage. Attempting to access BP Acorn underscore. Okay, hold on. Maybe we could salvage this. Okay. 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 Progress. Progress. This is all good progress so far. Maybe it was the order of operations. Because I just need to do it once. Or maybe it was because it was here. Oh, let's see. We're just gonna nix that real quick. Nothing? Nothing? So it does have to be part of event tick? Because event tick means that it's constantly checking every frame. It'll go through whatever is connected to it, which means that it's constantly checking, you know, if the objective is picked or not. Maybe I need like a do once type of thing. Let's see. Why is it not? Oh my gosh. Runtime error. Attempted to access via Execute Ubergraph is not valid. What does it mean when blank is not valid? So it looks like the destroy actor thing is what's causing these errors. But oh. Maybe I gotta be more specific. Okay, well, plus side, I'm not getting any errors. Downside, it's not counting for just one. It's counting for like every frame I've collided with it. Is this the order of operations? Output fires only on the first time the node is hit, but can be reset. Output fires. So, I mean, the logic is here. Acorns. I know for this, I would like equal. If the number of acorns matches the total number of acorns, objective complete. Run have enough acorns. Because you want to check that every time you grab an acorn. Every time it updates, you want to check if that is enough. And I guess for this, you want to hard code it to however many acorns will be in the level. In this case, it's 5. But how do I get this? How do I get it to despawn without breaking anything, you know? Well, you saw it, just kind of blink and you miss it type of thing, where it said the logic is there. It's just, what is this about? Let's see. Text color green, green for good. Text color red for not good. There has to be a better way to do this. I guess it shouldn't be on the event tick, right? Oh, wait. But how do I make sure that... Oh, wait a minute. Maybe that's what I should do. Have this be... Why do I keep typing all caps? What's wrong with me? That constantly checking. Let's see. Well, we know that works. Really thought the do once would be kind of how I got around this. But I mean, if the do once ain't helping, then I guess I don't need to be there. Attempted to access static mesh via property static mesh, but static mesh is not valid. I really thought I could just do like a set active type of thing. Because the destroy is really what's messing with me. Okay, maybe not. Let's try this. Oh, that didn't work. And the character. Good old Scam Likely. If there's anybody that's checking up on the kid on a daily basis, it's Scam Likely, man. Not a day goes by where Sam Likely doesn't blow up my phone. How do I get this to disappear when I don't? After the hide after components. Nah. 'Cause I think in that case, hide would be an answer, but maybe. Nothing. Oh wait, I didn't even do that. Static mesh. Could have sworn there was a preset that's. Hold on. Maybe a squirrel. What am I looking for? I remember I followed the tutorial for all this, cause trying to, what's the word I'm looking for? Trying to do wall climbing is a bitch and a half. I feel like in terms of a squirrel, you definitely need to do the wall climbing differently, but I feel like right now it's fine the way it is. Isn't I could have sworn this was looking for a specific what's one I'm looking for? A specific collision type. Did I not get that far? Ugh. Well, I guess that's neither here nor there. I'm getting distracted. Why? Why is it not working how it needs to? What is the... Where's the disconnect? The disconnect has to be how I'm implementing it. It seems like the logic is there, but how I'm implementing it is not there. So set item grabbed, and it goes to here where it adds one and it prints out the number. So it does that. What? Where is the disconnect? Where is the disconnect? I wanted to constantly check called every frame is ticking if ticking is enabled. Maybe I have it here. Of course, it's not that simple. Maybe put it there. All progress is good progress. Oh, damn it. What? I don't get it. I don't understand what this is. What error this is. I mean, is it safe to just ignore it if it's working as I need it to? So let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Got 2. Oh shoot. Y is, there we go. Okay. Let's see. What the? Oh no, the error is coming back to haunt me. So it works here, but not on any of the other ones? Why is that? The heck is that about? Okay. I guess we're back to the drawing board. Okay. And if I were to put it here, if I were to put it here, well, that's one thing down, but it's not updating. Why? Why is it not updating? Should I just put it here? Like put the logic of the blue, the logic of. Let's see. Let's see. I guess I don't need that. I don't need that. I can just kind of grab that, put it here. Isn't there a way to? Oh, here we go. Let me see. Fuck! Why is it not updating now? Let me think. Let me think. Let me think. So it got item grabbed. Everything's. Let me delete that. Let me see if that. If let me see which one's actually. Cause hold on. Put a couple of B's in there so I know which one is which. Okay, okay, okay. So now we know that the blueprint is working. This one is the one being read. Why is it not updating the number of acorns? It should be set to 0. Yes, obviously. Well, in that case, we should put this logic and put it over here too, right? I keep doing that. Okay. And so event tick should have this. So why is this not updating? Take the number of acorns, add 1. That becomes the new number of acorns. Right? That makes sense. That makes sense logically. Oh, that's not right. Hold on. Oh, I didn't set it. So that should be 5. Need more acorns, obviously. Look at the acorn, bam. Okay, obviously we don't need this to tick every. We don't need the false one to show. We know that the false one's working, so that's positive. We need ungrab. Why is it not updating? Why is it not updating? Save everything just in case. Just in case. This should be set to 0. This has to be an order of operations issue. I must be doing something out of order. Well, one, because that error keeps coming. I feel like if I put this to 1, huh? It didn't display objective complete. Should I do both? Why? What am I overlooking? What am I overlooking? This should be this. Why is it not? I just don't understand. I don't understand. Now it's not being called at all. Was that why it was being called? Interesting. Let's try something. Oh, wait. Maybe if I put it up here. Maybe I'll put it up here. So interesting how volatile, like how specific this needs to be for just this simple situation to work, you know? Like is this Oh, I didn't press repeat. No, nothing. Nothing. That's crazy. Still one. Why is that? Is something to do with it here? No. It shouldn't have anything to do with it here, because this isn't being called anywhere, you know? I'm also not getting that error anymore. I don't really know what I did to fix that, but I'll take it. When item grabbed is true. When it overlaps, item grab is set to true. When item grab is set to true, you can come down here, go into another if statement. If it's true, we get the item grabbed, and then it displays item grabbed, it displays the number. So this much is accurate. It's just why is this the part that's stumping me? The iterate on the number. Like, that's all I'm trying to do. Why is that the part that's stumping me? Like, the logic is right there. What is missing? What is missing here? It should be set the number of acorns. So to update the number of acorns, hold on. Let me try something. So in this case, set the true item grabbed. It should be a 4 now. For whatever reason, it's 1. Maybe that's the disconnect. It should be a 4 now. Okay. Okay. Excuse me. So it's a 4 now. And if I wanted to okay. But it's not adding it. It's not updating the number. I noticed that. It's not updating the number. That's the problem. Coming back to where I started, really. Okay, it still says 5. But it's not. Why is it not updating the number? Why is it not updating the number? Why is it not updating the number? This also isn't being triggered for some reason. Maybe I should call this here. After it destroys the acorn, it checks. Okay. 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 Why is the number not up? That should be the easy part. That should be the easy part. Why is the number not updating? Am I calling it? Okay. Okay. I think I might be onto something. So, I really haven't been talking this whole time. I had to lock in. I'm sorry. I had to lock in. So, for whatever reason, although this collision triggers every time you collide with the acorn, the functions only happens once. So I feel like I may be able to get around this just with a loop. With a loop. So ideally, what should happen is that I collide with the acorn object, whatever it is, which should I don't need this anymore. I should be able to go straight into it, right? Honestly, I shouldn't need this anymore either. I should be able to I collide with the object. So we start here. Collide here. That gets set to true. Okay, I might need the update. Yeah, I might need that. So collide set to true. Then it comes here. I just realized the issue. I think I may enter a state to where we're stuck in the loop. I don't know if it'll come to the loop, go through everything, and then you know what? Let's see. Hopefully, I collide with the item. It comes down here. It goes through the loop body, so item grab is set to true. It goes here. It updates the acorn and prints out the updated acorn list. That's what I'm hoping happens. We'll see. Okay, my former issue was correct. Now, it did update the acorn. It's just that once you collide with one, then it triggers the loop. It triggers the loop, and so the acorn is now, or the integer is now going, is now iterating without the character's input. That is not what we want. What we want is every time maybe this is what we're looking for. Every time we collide, let's try. At this point we're just kind of trying stuff. Let's see. We don't want the while loop. Although the logic is there. We don't want the while loop. So we want to get rid of this. We just need this to trigger every time you collide. We need this specifically to trigger every time you collide with the item. What the hell is going on here? That's not right. Event call when a component hits or is hit by something solid. This could happen due to things like character movement, using set location with sweep enabled, or physics simulation. For events when objects overlap, see the overlap event. Well, I guess that makes sense. What we want is the overlap. But why is it not? Why? Why is it not updating? Oh my gosh. I feel like this is just a semantics error. A semantics issue. Set that to 5, set that to 0. Why am I struggling with this? Oh my gosh. I feel like if I look this up, it'll be like the simplest of answers. Honestly, hold on. I feel like I've done this before, but I did it for like a hold up. Where was it? Where did I put that? I know for one of my projects that I gave the students last semester or last time, I it was a UI project, and I was like, here's actually I'm thinking I need to look on that for this upcoming semester. Where? I spelled there wrong, or whoever did that. What in the world? Grad school? No, this is old. Teaching material, undergraduate. Where is that template? I know I didn't delete it. I don't really delete anything. Maybe it's this one. I know I've done this before where the project was to have a UI, or it was just a simple UI situation. And I believe I had a collectible that once you ran into it and collided with the collectible, it updated the number in the UI. And I thought, it should be here. But I guess we'll find out. And so now we sit here awkwardly waiting for Unreal to open. Oh, here we go. 5'5". Oh my gosh. You would think. Since I've seemingly have done this before, I should be able to just kind of look back in the recesses of my mind to do it again, right? Wrong. Absolutely wrong. Honestly, just like just like muscles. Your brain is one big muscle. If you aren't using the knowledge, it's gonna drift away. You aren't using your muscles will deteriorate and atrophy and all that. If you ain't using your knowledge, you know. That's why I've dang near forgot most, if not everything I learned in undergrad. Not that I didn't know how to do it. Nah, back in undergrad, I mean, I knew how to code and stuff in C++. I'm taking the classes and whatnot. I'm paying attention, you know what I'm saying? Doing the homework and all that. But we're in 25. I haven't touched C++ in 6 years. It's like the minute I graduated, just out the window. You would think that the act of coding would still be in my brain somewhere, in which you're not entirely wrong. I don't necessarily need to like start from ground zero in terms of teaching myself how to code again. It's just, if you ask me like, Eddie, could you like type up a program, I don't know, type up like a recursive program that did XYZ, I'd be like, honestly, hell no. Like, I could tell you what recursive means. I could tell you what a variable is and an integer and a float and all that. But like the act of coming together to code something, I have not done that outside of like the blueprints and whatnot. But even then, the blueprints, at this point, Unreal's blueprint system is so extensive. Like it could really be taught as like a class in itself if the school I teach at would ever get that far. It could really be a class in itself just to, I don't know, get like a basic understanding of blueprints. But that is neither here nor there. Cause you would think, Eddie, you're the level design teacher. You're teaching there, right? You can kind of helm this whole seemingly blueprint class that the students could benefit from. And I'm like, maybe, but technically I'm struggling. Clearly, I can't even get an integer to iterate. I'm struggling just like anybody else. I have a library of tutorials that I keep on standby for times like this, really. Anything that I come across and I'm like, hey, I might want to use that in a project later, I just save it to the library, save it to a little YouTube library of various tutorials that I've come across that I found helpful. And that's my teacher. They didn't teach us Unreal when I was in school. We used primarily Unity. It's just that one, I wasn't the coder for a lot of our projects. And when at the time of looking at job applications as I graduated, peak pandemic, a lot of people were looking for Unreal and Blueprint experience. And so here I am trying to get that Unreal and Blueprint experience. You would think that there's some sort of indie studio that's looking for some fresh talent, some moldable minds. If you find them, Hey, send them my way. That's all I'm saying. I've been looking since 2022. Since November 1st, 2022. I remember Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 came out the week of Halloween. And I remember, oh no, it came out the weekend before Halloween. I remember because the day of Halloween was my last day. And nobody was in the studio because it was like Monday, except a couple of developers and whatnot. And because the game had come out already, those first couple of days of the game being out, is pretty lax because the day one patch was pretty much already ready to go. You know, they just kind of had to put it out there. That was the last 2 weeks or so of me being at Infinity War was a lot of day one patch stuff that they were working on. Which you're like, you mean to tell me that they released the game knowing that XYZ wasn't finished? Yeah. Like, I don't know if this is like an industry secret or anything. It's like the worst kept secret. Everybody has a day one patch these days. But yeah. I don't know how I got on this tangent. Oh, yeah. Just looking for jobs. Yeah. So I've been looking since my last day at Unreal. Or not at Unreal. I've been looking since my last day at Infinity Ward, which at this point was about 3 years ago. It was cool. I ain't gonna lie. Like, there was like, I don't know. The experience was a ton of fun. I know like game design is like a man's, like a boys club type of thing. Unfortunately, like there's a lot of mistreatment and stuff for certain types of people, certain groups of people in game design. I can only speak on my experience in the one studio I've worked with, and I had a blast. I had a great time. The people I talked to on a daily basis were like super cool, despite being in crunch. Like, I guess now it's story time while I'm waiting for this to load. Despite being in crunch time, that's when I joined Infinity Ward. It was pretty much crunch time. Everybody was either working from home, like on whatever task that they were working on, or they were pretty much like knee deep in their desk working on something. So it's like, I guess I should have took more of an initiative to like introduce myself and to get to know everybody. Like, for the most part, I knew names and faces, but that's kind of where it started and stopped, you know? Which is funny because I have, hold on, before I like show all my pictures, I have, where is it? My signed copy of Call of Duty, which I still have to this day, bro. I don't think I'll ever forward it. I have no reason to give that up. Like, it'll stick with me forever. Like, I'm not selling it. That's for me forever. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. It was cool because there was like a little event that they had. All the developers came in on that one day where they were actually, where we actually released the game. Where is it? Here it is. The account. Okay, cool. Like, I met enough people with like the UI team and all. You can see like my leg right now. And everybody like signed my copy, or everybody who was there signed my copy. Everybody was super cool. You can even see I had like a little smudge because like I was kind of overwhelmed. I don't really get overwhelmed too much because I'm like always thinking. And so because I'm always thinking, I'm always imagining the worst, or I'm always imagining well, I mean, yeah, this could happen, or even something as ridiculous. I live on the third floor, right? Right now I'm imagining a car careening through my window. Now you're saying to yourself, Eddie, you're on the third floor of suburban, not suburban, but like a quiet neighborhood of old people and Hispanic families. Why would that happen? I don't know. I don't know. It's just how my brain works. But I got my copy signed. I took a picture with the rose. You even said the rose lady had signed it. I took a picture with her. She was super dope and super tiny, and I look like a monster compared to her. But it was a great experience. It was a great experience. I wish I need to I guess reformat my brain in that I always think of like it's like a what if. Cause my advice to a lot of people whenever they ask for like, hey Eddie, what do you think I should do with X, Y, Z? I'm like, hey man, just go with your gut. Go with your gut, because most of the time, 9 times out of 10, I don't know if this is statistically proven. Why is this taking so long? I could have sworn this was just my UI project. I might be bugging. A lot of the times, I don't know if this is statistically proven, scientifically proven, but I'm fairly certain that 9 times out of 10, your gut reaction, your gut instinct is the best decision for you to make. Whatever, in whatever situation. So it's like, I don't know, something as simple as, what am I going to eat today, to, I don't know, should I accept this job or not, or should I go here and go on, usually your gut reaction is the best decision for you. Like a lot of times people act like they don't know what choice to make, but the opposite is true. A lot of times you know what choice to make. It's just you don't really want to make that's always the harder choice, because right now it's like, do I want to sit here and struggle and kind of, do all this? Not really. I want to skip in life to where I'm living comfortably. I'm doing my thing, you know what I'm saying? I can afford to go to the comic shop and get whatever comics I'm looking for, or I can buy all the games on my wish list. I want to skip to that point in life. But in order to do that, I gotta do the hard part. I gotta sit here and struggle, I gotta sit here and struggle and figure it out. Even though I feel like the easy answer would be kind of this I don't know, pivot and work in a career that I'm not entirely enjoy, just for a nice paycheck and whatever. Which is fine if that is what I have to do in the meantime while I'm trying to figure it out. I guess it is what it is. But if I can figure it out sooner than later, that would also be preferred. I say all that to say that I have been looking. I don't even know where this came from. Why is this taking so long? This should not be taking this long. Oh, goodness gracious. This should be an easy situation. Where is, let me see. The class I'm looking for is fall 2020. We had, where is it? Did I not have a template for this? Create an Unreal project showcasing 4 different menus, as well as showcasing. Did I not have a template for this? Oh, jeez. Hold on. Before I ain't trying to show something that I shouldn't. I mean, even though this is all just my school presentations, class project templates, is that what I'm looking for? All together, gliding pickup. Huh. I really didn't have a UI template for them to use. Now that is interesting. We talked about UI. Excuse me. Actually, I'm gonna have to look into this and modify it for class Friday. I got all the class starts Friday. Oh my gosh. Huh. I really thought I had a little tutorial for them. What? Please be what I'm looking for. Please be what I'm looking for. Because if we just sat here for like 10 minutes and that would kind of suck. Just a little bit. For certain this is still loading. Yeah, nothing's working. Oh, here we go. Hold up. Here we go. Oh, no, this is not what I'm looking for. Fuck. No, this is not what I'm looking for. Dang it. Why the heck does this take so long to load? Is it? Hold on. Red mat. No. Man, we sat here. It does say 25. I should have paid attention. Where is the project I'm looking for? I could have sworn, because I showed them in class. I remember showing them in class. Oh my god. Fall 24. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. I should have listened to the naming conventions that I set for myself. Why didn't I just listen? I have it named right here. Just like, yeah, it's right there. It's right there. Oh my god. I don't know why this isn't iterating. Because ideally, at least for right now, for what I need, the only other mechanic that I kind of need to work on would be some sort of grab mechanic, because yeah, some sort of grab mechanic I wanted to do, if it's a neighborhood, usually most neighborhoods have dogs and squirrels, especially just coming back from my parents' house, they have a giant German Shepherd. And every time I take him to the backyard so he can like run around and whatnot, he would get super focused on if there were any squirrels in the yard, or if there was like a lizard or something, he would just dart at it. And so that's a easy narratively driven what's the word I'm looking for? Hazard for a squirrel game to have to dodge. Now, what that looks like and how to program the AI to do all that, that's gonna have to be a whole nother day. Not to mention, I have zero modeling skills. I have zero animation skills. So this dog that's gonna be in this game eventually is going to be a square, a horizontal, So we'll see. I think I lucked out. I think I have some sort of dog asset that I can look at, that I can use just by perusing the Fab store. But we gonna see. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, this looks more like this more. So, what happened here was, what is this? Update coin tracker. Yeah. I thought so. It's the same thing. Update coin tracker, and then I believe the UI would have, wait, nope, hold up, where is it? Yeah, the UI would have its own situation. Event tick, display UI while idle. I was working on that because I think when I was formulating this template, I was thinking about Mario Sunshine, I believe. So how come get all classes? So yeah, update coin tracker. Coin tracker +1 means is a new coin tracker, which makes sense. So if it works how I thought it would, whoa, why is it like this? Oh, why is it ginormous? There we go. Where the hell the UI went? Oh, shit. What did I do? Event tick, update timer, yada yada yada. What did I do? Display UI. Hold on. I don't want to delete anything because I'm definitely gonna have to use this template when formulating my next class. Yeah. So how come this works? Coin collecting. Let's see. Yeah, got a little sphere, rotating object. Yeah, okay. How come this works as intended and not the other one? It's literally the same thing. Wait. No, I was going to say, well, maybe it's the branch. But I don't think it is. Because if it's the branch, then we wouldn't be even going through the motions. It's still one. Why is this happening? Is it when it's called? So let's see here. This is in the third person blueprint. All this is housed in the third person blueprint. Now this is a hit. Interesting that he uses hit instead of the heck. Why is there an array here? Maybe I should do this for the other one. Why is an array there? Get all actors. Do I need a reference? Is that what it is? That doesn't make any sense. I don't know why I would need a reference. I mean, I guess at this point, because I don't know the answer, any answer is better than what I got, right? Go actors. Class. Third person character. Multivariable. Multivariable. PP third person character reference. This doesn't make any sense. Nope, that didn't work either. Oh gosh. Why is this not working for me? And why is it working here? I mean, I guess I could try the on component hit. I don't know why that would change anything, right? Well, like I said, I guess since I don't know the answer could be anything. I've now pretty much copied the same thing I did here. On hit, update the tracker, destroy the actor. On hit, update the tracker, destroy the actor. It's not even being destroyed. Why? Oh my god. I feel like we're regressing if it's not even getting destroyed. Oh, sorry. If it's not even getting destroyed anymore. Excuse me. I'm sitting there for 2 hours and I feel like I haven't gotten anywhere. Is this even doing anything? Well, I guess it is. Does that mean that I should have the logic in the third person blueprint? That doesn't make any sense. I don't know why that would change anything. I guess I don't really need. I feel like I need this item grabbed portion for. Oh, why is this happening? Oh my god, I've really been sitting here for 2 hours, in which about an hour and 40 minutes of it has been sitting here banging my head against what seems to be a simple issue. Why is it not working how I need it to work? It's essentially the same thing. The same thing is here. Update coin tracker. The coin. I'm so annoyed with myself. I'm annoyed with myself more than anything. So let's change gears. If I put there's some. If I put this custom event here in the third person blueprint, why would that? I feel like that would get cumbersome if every single objective's logic was in the third person blueprint, right? Why is it not updating? What about this? Is it something I'm doing? Is that what it is? Oh. I mean, I guess I could try it. I just wanted to update the number, bruh. What is going on with this? Why is it not updating the number? I feel like a failure. I feel like this is the simplest part of this whole project. Or the simplest part of this whole objective hurdle. And it's not working. Why? Oh my god. Why is this happening? Why is the integer not resetting itself? Or not updating? That's all I wanted to do. Let's see, what if I just didn't item grabbed? Oh! Interesting. 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 Hold on. Hold on. We are getting somewhere now. We're cooking. We're cooking now. For whatever reason, how is this set up? Coin collectible, coin collectible. Why was it? I think I get it. I think I get it. I think I get it. It's like I need to house this not inside the item itself, somewhere else. Okay. Okay. I think I get it. Then if that's the case, let's see. If that's the case, let's see. My question is, how did I get? So can I get the not there? No. character. Okay. So should the objective itself be a different object? But like the contents of the objective. Oh. I'll spell acorn wrong. Also, I didn't do this in the level blueprint either, did I? No. I housed these in the third person character blueprint and then referenced it from the third person character. Why is Unreal this finicky? So what I did was I housed it here. Excuse me. So that going back here, character, promote to variable. Oh wait. Why? So back in the collectible, you do all this nonsense, jumbo. Wait a second. What? What the hell? Wait. Why? Wait, why? Alright, hold on. Let's put this back here. Let's test this real quick. Is anything? Why is it not referencing? Why? Why are you doing this? I'm so close. I'm so close. What if I? Let me think. What if I just did a cast? Okay. 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 We're getting somewhere. So this is casting from the third person character. Get the update acorns. Okay, even compiles. That's good. Get the update acorns. Update acorn will just increment the number. Print the number. Okay. Let's try it. Thank God. Okay. Progress. We have the number. Oh, I didn't mean to do all that. The number is incrementing. So now, because I have somewhere to be in about half an hour. So, if I take this, smack it right there, hopefully why didn't it? Oh, did I not? Oh, I didn't. I never called. Did I never call? You son of a bitch. Oh, okay. We are getting somewhere, sort of. Where should I call this? Oh, probably right here. Then yeah. Enough. Probably call it right there. Right. Okay. Let's see. Yep. Need more. Okay. It's bare bones, but the logic is there. It's hard coded. It's bare bones. The logic is there. I can now strewn these about, and you have to go and find them. Okay. All right. We'll take it. We'll take the dubs how they come. Let's save all that. I'm gonna have to make a new thumbnail. I want to make this like a little series or something while I'm this little dev diary while I'm working on this. I'm gonna have to make a little thumbnail. Okay, it's bare bones, it's simple, but you know what? We'll take it. We'll take it. Do I have like a brown material I can spec on that? I shouldn't I? Yeah. Yeah, here we go. That looks like an acorn, right? That looks like an acorn. Okay. Save, and let me save again. You know what? I don't think I saved the first time. Let me save again. Oh, golly. A headache and a half for something that should be super simple. But, you know, we got there. We got there eventually. Okay. Yep. Compare the two. Actually, looking at our little objectives here. Okay. Well, this is a dub. Yeah, I know if there's if for whatever chance, I'd be blessed if some developers come across this. I know this seems super obvious. Like, you're probably watching this like, obviously the solution could be to do X, Y, and Z. Look, man, the only studio experience I had was not even in level design. I was doing production work, and that's what it was. But we'll take it. We'll take the dubs where they come. So let me save it again, because I don't think I saved it earlier. I gotta be somewhere. I would turn on the game for a couple of minutes, but nah. This was good. This is a good stopping point. All right. I feel accomplished. I don't know about you guys, but I feel accomplished. Hopefully, actually, I need to prepare for my actual job between now and Friday. But maybe later tonight, after I come back from walking on the treadmill for a little bit, I might stream something. But who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who really knows? So, that being said, I'm going to go ahead and call it quits here. I appreciate y'all coming out. Like I said before, a couple weeks ago, I don't really have a set schedule because I am flaky and sometimes I just don't really feel like streaming. But this was good. This is really good. So, that being said, y'all take it easy. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all's Tuesday. As